Now, the work of quantum physics is really developing at a rapid pace right now, probably more so now than it has ever happened before. And that's great news because what that's doing is really shining a spotlight, if you like, on the incredible power that our human mind has over our lives and of the universe in general. And the more this idea is explored by scientists and the great thinkers, then the greater the understanding will become on just how significant a role our mind plays on shaping our lives, but also the world around us. Now, I'm not suggesting you go out and become a physicist and get degrees and all sorts of things, because let's be honest, that is probably well above the desire, the inclination, and to some extent the ability of an awful lot of us. But just because you don't necessarily understand all of the world of quantum physics, that doesn't mean that the law of attraction won't work for you. You can still enjoy the many benefits of this generous law, and bring it into your life without understanding the absolute intricacies of all of the information that is available. Now, for sure, the physicians are sort of starting to supply us with more and more information regarding the law. And you don't have to dig deep for this information. You can find it in any kind of high level Google search or anything like that. There's so much information around at the moment. But the more we can simply rejoice in the frankly liberating and really empowering realization that we are the creators and the controllers of our life, and that essentially the energy that we are all made of is in our control, but the energy we put out is going to reflect back and bring us those things that we want in our lives. So, what I would say to you is really be happy for the universe because it's always on our side. It wants what is best for us and it's delivering us what we put out constantly. So, the more time you dedicate to learning how to use the law of attraction effectively, the more fulfilling and rewarding your life is going to become. There are no restrictions whatsoever. So open your mind and really start to enjoy the natural abundance that the universe just wants to give you. Now, just a moment ago, I touched on the term energy. And, if you want to find and understand the secrets of the universe, then understanding the term energy, frequency, or vibration is something that you're going to hear an awful lot. Now, I'm sure you've heard these words or these phrases in recent years, whether that's from somebody like me, a spiritual teacher, or a new age affirmation card, or even, the quantum physicist that I have been speaking about. But what I want to do now is I'm going to assume, okay, that you're here. So I'm going to assume that you are already a believer in the statement that energy is everything. And that you understand at least the basic principles of the energy that you put out or what you vibrate at brings back what you're experiencing. So if everything is energy, then this also means that everything is connected. And this again is a teaching that you hear from people like me on a constant basis. And this is where the concept of energy starts to play into how the law of attraction actually works for us on a daily basis. Because reality is merely an illusion, although it's actually a very, very persistent one. And those are the words of Albert Einstein. So that tells you how long we have been aware of this kind of concept in our lives. Now, what I want to do now is give you, really, this is tip of the iceberg that I'm talking now, but I want to give you a brief look at some of the incredible things that the physicists now know about our reality. Facts that are changing everything we believe about ourselves and standing it all, literally flipping things on its head, and sort of really changing the way that we see and experience our lives. So the first thing I want to say to you is that if everybody in the world understood the next few paragraphs that I'm going to talk about in terms of energetic nature, our planet would change overnight. Think about that. If everybody understood the power of the mind and they put their intention and their energy to it, our planet would change overnight. Now, how incredible would that be when you think of the starvation that's going on in the world, the wars that are happening, the animals that are becoming endangered and extinct, the diseases that are sort of harrowing people? All of that trauma could literally be erased overnight if everybody in the world put their mind to it. Now, the fact is that reality is stronger than we think. And in actual fact, it's stronger than most people are capable of thinking. And the reality is that everything is energy and every energy is everything. So once you can get your head around that, then everything else is completely and utterly within your grasp. So take your happiness, your health, your prosperity, and your consciousness to the next level and discover the really powerful insights and techniques that we're going to be sharing in this membership for creating radiant health, happiness, prosperity, peace, and flow in your life and in your relationships, because it really is all in your hands. Now, I can't guarantee you results. I can't wave a magic wand and make things happen for you. But what I can do is give you the information and the facts and the guidance to support you. But ultimately, whatever you experience comes down to the work and the effort that you put in. So the more you want something, the greater chance you're going to see of that materializing in your life. So that really is probably my parting comment on that bit for you. And in the next section, we're going to take a look at probably one of the most common questions that I'm asked in terms of how long does all this take to happen?